Hello and welcome back to the fourth episode of the Fusion 360 series. On this episode we are going to quickly look at the move tools, and also we're gonna have a look at the parametric section of Fusion 360. So when the for parametric, I mean you do create a set of values for the particular design, and then if you do change those values, the entire model change accordingly, so it doesn't get stuck to any constraint or so forth. It just adapt to the change you have told to do. So let's start with a simple move tool. So we're going to create a sketch, and to create a sketch, what we're going to do, we need to click on the sketch icon up here on the top left of the screen. So we click on that. I don't know why that came that way. Normally you will see this view. So you have the origin point here, and it will ask you to select which plane you want to use. So in this case, I'm going to click once on the XY plane, and now we are entered the sketch mode. So let's create a rectangle as usual, every shape, and from here what we're going to do, I'm going to show you two ways to select the object. There is the left to right way, and there is the right to left way. If you have seen, you have two different color. From left to right, you got this orangish color. If you go to the left, to the right to left, you have this light yellow color. So let's see what those two selections do to the object. So let's start with the left to right. I select half of it, and what's going to happen? Just this line has been selected. Why? Because that was the only full line incorporated within that selection. If I do the right to left selection, the yellow one, and if I just touch these two lines, you will see, oh, excuse me, you will see that the whole object has been selected. So the left to right can be useful when you want to select just a line, and it doesn't matter if you cover the others, because it won't be selected as long as the full line is within your range. While the other one, if you want to make the whole selection, you just drag it and you cover a portion of the object, and it will select. So for example, the left to right, if I do this way, you see only the bottom line has been selected. However, if I cover the whole object gets selected. So let's see what the move tools does. So if I do select the whole object, you have now two options to activate the move tool. You have the M key on your keyboard. If you press that, well, these windows will appear, plus these move tools appear on this corner. in this case, it just appears on this corner. Sometimes it can appear there, sometimes it can appear there. It's very a random case. I do not know yet why that is, but for the time being, we have the selection tool in this way. So if I cancel that, now the other option, select to activate the move tool, is select the whole object once more, and I do a right click on my mouse, and you see you have this big menu coming up. I'm not going to cover this one as yet. That will be for later on in the series. At the moment, we are only interested on the move copy tools. So I click on that, and as you can see, the same windows has appeared, and the move tool, in this case, appear on the middle of the bottom line. So it's just a random things. So let's explore what these four icons do. As you can rightly probably guess, is this arrow will move the object on the left and right position, will not move up and right, up and down. To do so, you need to select the up arrow, and then after that, then you can move that one up and down. You cannot move the object left to right. So the next one is this one. This is quite interesting as well, because this is a kind of free tool. You click on it and you move. You can move in any direction you want. So this is good to get close to the position you want, and then you refine with the other two tools. So what else we have? We have this little dot here. This is the degree tool. So you click that, you select that, then you click and hold, and then you can rotate your tool as required. Let's go back to the 0. Now, up here you have a different selection of options. So this one is the free move. That means you have the ability to move the tools in any way you want. If you select the translate tool, you'll see the free tool and the angle tools has disappeared. There is only the left and right and up and down tools. So that means you can only move left and right, and you can only move up and down. Another useful tool is the point-to-point tool. So if you select that, you will see the whole object is still selected, but then you can decide where you want to move by selecting a origin point to an end point. So in this case, the origin point, let's say, is this one. So I want to move this point, I want to move this point. So you have the origin point selected, then you need to select the target point. And I'm going to click that, and as soon as I click that, you will see that rectangle will move to that point. So that is quite a useful tool to use. For the move tool, I think these are the three most common option to use, at least for beginning prospective. So I will leave that one as it is. I'm going to click OK, and I leave it like that. So let's go now into the parametric design of the tool. So what I'm gonna do, we're going to recreate the same tool, the same box we have created in episode 2, but this time we're gonna use the parametric option. So to do that, we are going to modify. You go to change parameters, and then, by the way, you can do this one either within your sketch, or you can just do the finished sketch and you can do all that one there as well. If you have pre-planned your task, I would recommend you do it before you do the sketch. I recommend you set your parameter. But if you are like me, I normally do design as I go. You can do it by within the sketch. So I'm going to click on the modify parameter, and I select user parameter, and then I click the plus button. The first option I'm going to add is the width of the box we're going to make it. And the width of the box, I think it was about 42 or something. I'm going to make it 45 because I just find out that my glasses need a couple of extra mil to fit nicely. So I'm going to put 45 and I press OK. Then what I want to do, I need to have the length or the depth of the box. So I'm gonna name that one length or depth, whatever you prefer. And I think it was about 32 on the old place, but I'm gonna do 35 because my glasses need a little bit more room. So we have the first two options here. So let's click OK on this one, and let's see what those two options do. So if I press the D on my keyboard, I get into the dimensional sketch, click on that one, on the line, and then click again to set the line. At this moment, the last time what we just put 45 and press enter. But that is not as good as what we're going to do now. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to type width. And then I just typed WI. So you see that the menu came up with a width option. So I'm double click on that and I press enter. Now I have a function here that is related to that measurement. So if I want to change the measurement, I can go here and say, let's move this one a little bit away and say 55, and you will see that has changed. So that's quite useful if you with parametric design. So let's go back to 45 and press OK. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same. We're going to press D for dimension, and we're going to select that, and we're going to go there. And what we got there, what parameter we put the length, I believe. Here we go. We got the length 35. You double click and then you press enter, and you have a box dimensioned to the dimension you wanted. So if you notice, when I click the 35, this line is gone below the origin point. So if I do say, if I go back to change there and I do 15, what's going to happen is this one is going up away from the origin point. So one way to fix that is to go here and say coincident. So if I do the coincident and I say I want this line to be coincident to that point, you'll see everything has moved there. And while we are here, I want to make this line also, was already, but coincident to that point. And now, if you have noticed from the previous windows, all these lines are now black. They are not blue anymore. That means all these lines have a constraint. So if I go down to my change of parameters here, and if I change the 35 to 25, say, you will see is the top line is coming down. So it's this line has come down from here to here. Not this gone from here to there. So in this case, in this way, you retain a single point on the sketch that never move. Everything else will move will move according to that point. So if I put that one back to 35 and I change this one to 55, we'll see this one has expanded to the right. So let's put back 45 and close this one. So what else? What do we have? So now we have done the roughly the shape of the bottom one. What else we have? We have the outside thickness, which we can call it the bottom height, because this is the bottom part of the box. This is the top. This is the bottom. So I'm going to call this one bottom height. And this one we're going to call it lip height. So let's go and do that. But also, what we have is two different thicknesses. Do remember here at sketch we had a full width thickness of 2 and the smaller one is 1. So we're going to replicate that one as well. So we are here. Let's do the thickness first, because it's the most I think important for now. So we go back to modify, change parameters, and we click add. Let me move this one back in so you can see it. And we're going to call this one wall thickness, and we're going to give that one a number 2. Then we're going to create another one, and we're going to create a lip thickness, and we're going to give an expression of 1. So let's start with this one for now. Let's click OK. Now what we need to offset. We did offset on the previous episode number 2. So we're going to click the offset icon up here. We're going to select the external line. And what we're going to do, we're not going to put 2 there. We're going to put wall thickness. We press enter. As you can see, this has now adjusted to 2 mil. So if I ever want to modify that parameter, I just go there, press 4, press enter, then this has adjusted and nothing else has changed, just that value. That's the good things of parametric design. You just adjust the particular things you want to change without affecting others. Because sometimes you may forget that you change one parameter and then you need to go back and move the line or whatever to match whatever adjustment you've done. In this case, the software does that for you. So what we need to do, we need to do the leap. So we need to do again another offset. We click on the external line, and what we're going to do, although here it says 1 millimeter because that's the default from Fusion, what we're going to do, we want the thickness of the lip. So we're going to type a lip, the menu come up, lip thickness, we double click on that and we press enter. Now we have the lip of 1. Again, if you want to make the lip different, we just need to come back here, change the parameter. That will change the lip thickness accordingly without changing the wall thickness. So we've done that. So now what we want the height to extrude those items. So we go back to the parameters, we add another parameters and we call it bottom height. So that's the height of the bottom section, which for my glasses is good to have 110 mil. I think on the previous video we have done 100 mil. So let's back there. So we've done the bottom height. What we need to do, we need to do the lip height. So the lip height is gonna be 20 mil. And the reason why I didn't put the bottom or top is because this one will be the same for both sections. So I'm gonna click OK, and that should be enough to extrude this section. I'm gonna finish the sketch. Oh no, sorry, big mistake. Go back and edit the sketch. I didn't do the corner. So let's go to parameters again. Let's add another one and we call it just corner. We corner, well, say radius, just to be picky. And say we want the corner to be 4 and press OK. So now what I can do here is go to the fillet. I'm going to select those. I'm going to select that. I'm going to select that. As you can see, all the internal offset that we created are changing. But at this time, I'm not going to put the 4 here. What I'm going to put corner. So I'm going to type a few letters, corner radius, and then double click, press enter, and we have corners radius done to all of these 3 lines. So at this time, we're going to finish the sketch here. And what we're going to do, we're going to extrude. But once again, what I have forgot to do, we haven't said was the extrusion of the base would be. So let's go back to edit. Well, I couldn't do it without going back to the edit. Actually, I'll show you that way. So we were here. go to modify, go to change parameters, let's add it, and then we add the wall thickness. Oh, I already done it. What I'm talking about. I already done it. So that's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to extrude. So we click that, we press the E key on the keyboard, and we have that arrow coming up. So you can extrude, but instead of doing that, what we're going to do, we're going to type wall in that little box there, and then come wall thickness, and that will adjust automatically to 2 mil. So now the sketch has disappeared, as you probably know by now. So you just need to click on the sketch once more to reactivate it. So what we have now, we have the we need to extrude the lip thickness. So we're going to select the inner section. We're going to click the E button, and what we're going to do, we're going to put, we have the bottom height here, but that is not enough because we need to go 20 mil higher than that, because is the lead clip section. So what we're going to do, we're going to do bottom height plus the lip height 20. So that should give us the right length for the overall bottom part. And then now I can press enter, and that should be it. So now what we want to do, we want to click on the outer section of the sketch. We click the E keyboard on the keyboard, and what we're going to do here, what we need to put the bottom height. So now we want to do the external section of the thickness. So we put that one, press enter, and that is what we have now. And compared to that one, it's absolutely the same. So we have this lip section here, and then we have the full section thickness down here. So now what we need to do, we need to do the top part of the item. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into this, back to the sketch, edit the sketch, and here let's create a construction line from the origin point, and we're going to go about 65. From that, that's not straight. Delete that, and let's make sure it's a straight one, and then select that. 65, enter. So now I could copy and paste the whole section here, but sometimes when you do that, not all the parameters get transferred correctly. So sometimes it's quicker to just create a new rectangle. So what we're going to do here, we're going to create that one, and we're going to do width, enter, and then we're going to do length. Now we're going to do offset. We're going to offset minus wall thickness. Press enter. We're going to offset once more, and we do minus lip thickness. And press OK. So you see it's quite quick, and then we have the corner bit to do. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. That, and we're gonna do corner radius here. So that is all done. So we can finish the sketch. And what we need to do here, we need to have the top height here. So I need to add a parameter which is going to be called top height, and that is going to be 20 again. So you could have used the lip height technically, but better to differentiate between the two. And click OK. So let's see if we have all the tools we need. So I'm going to click in the middle again, press the E key on the keyboard, and on here we're going to put wall, and we've got the thickness, and that is done. Now what we have here, we need, what do we have over here? So the external is higher. So what we need to do here, for the internal one, we extrude and we do lip height of 20, and we press OK. Then the external one need to be double of that, because I need to have the extra length. So we're gonna click extrude, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the top height 20 plus the lip height, which is 20. And as you can see, before I press OK here, it has done this lip. So I'm going to press OK now, and that, closing the sketches, and that we have created our box. Now, if I want to change any of these values, for example, I want to change, I don't like the corner to be only 4, so I want to have a bigger rounded case, so I'm going to put 8. And I press OK. If you can see, both models have now changed, and the internal section have changed accordingly without messing about with any measurement you have done manually, and you may forget to change it afterwards, and then it will not result on a neat 3D models. So what else I can show you? I can show you if I want the bottom height 120, to the bottom height 120, and then if you see from here, from the front, this has increased, but this is supposed to be still 20. It is. So you have much more ability to, let me put that one back where it was, 110. you have ability to change, to resize your model without going into and redesign a sketch or changing the measurement into that sketch because it doesn't match up. So by doing parametric design, you are able to modify your object without getting too complicated. So I think that it's all for today. If you like the video, please press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, if you like me to create any model, a particular model, or if you want me to make a video for something, just put down in the comment and I'll try my best to satisfy your request. Until then, thank you very much and see you soon. Bye bye.